Welcome to the Crimson Circle Connection Center for our monthly gathering. We're here in Louisville, Colorado on a very warm summer day.
Beautiful day.
And it's so exciting. Shambra never ceased to amaze me. I think you probably heard, it was just said in passing that, how about maybe you come with, you create and come with your headband from Atlantis. And I just thought, yeah, whatever. And I thought, I wasn't there, so I'm not doing it. And all of a sudden, all these Shambra are coming out of the woodwork with these insane bands. They're Atlantean headband creations.
And in just a few moments, we'll actually have everybody who wants to come up to the front just for a moment. We're going to do the voting at the end of the day, but we want everybody online to be able to see, well,
just what
the
you
kind
did.
of the crazy contraptions that you came up with.
What we have to deal with.
But I noticed the energy today was really wonderful and high. We're starting a new series today. I know Adamus has warmed up. He's going to make a few changes and things. And
yeah, I think I could feel that in your attitude.
Yeah. And so we are ready to go here in Colorado. But before we do anything else, let's welcome our out-of-state guests.
Oh, let's. I've got the list right here.
Okay, good.
And we've got a whole bunch of people we haven't seen for a little while. I'm very excited about that, too.
So, by the way, some of these headbands, you'll see in just a moment, but they're dangerous if you're sitting next to the person.
Yeah, at least one of them.
Dangerous.
I don't know about these, Shambra.
Yeah.
Okay. Monica from Switzerland. Where are you, Monica? Welcome.
Welcome.
That looks like a Swiss headband.
I like that.
That looks like a Swiss headband. I like that. Okay. Stephanie from Tucson. Where are you? Arizona.
Hi, Stephanie.
Thank
Good
you,
to see
Stephanie. Oh, from out of the country also we have from Canada, Luke.
Luke Lesage. Luke, good to see you, Luke.
Yeah.
Brother Luke.
From California, we have Thomas. Thomas, where are you?
Thomas.
Welcome,
good
Thomas.
Good to see you.
And then we have Ann Cano from New Mexico. Oh, she did. I'm sorry, she's not here.
Yet.
She's not here. Okay, and Kirsty Newman from Santa Fe. There
Kirsty,
she is.
good to see you.
Okay, and I am going to screw this up, and I beg your apologies already. Dear friends from Turkey, Payman and Hussein, where are you? Thank you.
Good to see you.
Glad you could join us. Did I get it kind of right, even just a little?
How do you actually say your names? Hussein.
Hussein.
Yes, and Payam.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, you have to say it really fast and kind of slur. Nobody knows that. There you go. Listen, I put up with my whole life people butchering my name. It's real easy, Jeffrey, but it's spelled odd.
Geoff.
Yeah. So my parents wanted to make me suffer, so they've been butchering it my whole life. So what? It's
You should
just
say
a
my
name.
name, Geoff me.
Joff. Yes. Yeah, and if they don't pronounce it right, if they say Jeff, it's correct them. It's Joffrey. It's Joffrey.
That's gotten you real far.
Yeah, not. Who else do we
The
have?
Europeans always say it right.
They do.
They do, actually.
Yeah.
That's all that's on the list, but I think there's some people that didn't own up to who they are.
Out-of-staters? Anybody out of state that we missed? No. Nobody's gonna. They're hiding. Okay.
Yeah, they're hiding.
All
Okay.
right. Good to see everybody and welcome everybody online. On a typical shout, we have people from about 50 different countries watching in. We really appreciate you being here. As Linda mentioned, it's a beautiful Colorado day. Warm, sunny, dry.
Jeff, 90 is considered hot.
I like it. You've gotten me used to it by taking me to Hawaii all the time, so I'm used to it. I got up early this morning. I was sitting outside listening to the birds and the bears and everything else, and it was just like, this is what I came to the planet for. The beauty of, it was quiet, nobody was up yet.
And the phone wasn't ringing.
No traffic, no ringing of the phone, no email. It's like, this is what I came to the planet for, just to enjoy these moments with a cup of good coffee. So we have a lot of people today with beautiful headbands. Oh my gosh,
do.
we're going to have we're going to have kind of a competition, $100 reward, cash, by the way, cash, not at the end of the day, but we want to give everybody online kind of a preview. So if you would, organize it, however, but one at a time. You can line up single file here, but just come up to the front for a moment so the camera can get a shot.
Come up from this side, so then everybody will get a clear shot, and nobody will run in front of anybody. So
right.
Okay, and
right.
I guess
so, let's start over here.
Yeah,
and you
let's
just
start
kind of
over
line
here.
up over there. Sart's going to lead the way. Everybody just come on up
Oh
here.
no! You're a standard.
And tip your head down a little bit. Sorry. Yeah. And by the way,
Oh no!
by the way, you wonder what happened to Sart. If that was his Atlantean headband, oh shit.
It says it all.
Shit. Thank you.
It says it all.
Okay, just a moment in the camera. Let's go over to that camera if we can.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. And that camera with the red light there.
Carolyn.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, good, thank you.
We're gonna let Carolyn step up.
Carolyn,
here,
come
just
on
to
up
keep
right
it
away.
simple.
Come on. Got it?
I think.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Beautiful, thank you.
Thanks for being here, Carolyn.
Okay.
You okay? Got it. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
come on up.
next.
Come on up. We're not going to be able to get through our slides today. And the camera can get you from there, just, over.
Oh boy.
Good. Quick, come on up. Yeah. So remember, we're going to be voting afterwards. It'll be voting. We're going to pick 6 finalists, and you'll get to vote by screaming, yelling, stomping your hands, or throwing things. Come on up. Beautiful. So,
Beautiful.
come on up. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah. Now, you can all see what the effects of Atlantis had on all of us. Okay. That looks kind of Egyptian Atlantis. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Good. Color coordinates, actually, with your outfit. Very nice. Yeah. And people online are just so envious that they couldn't be here with their headbands on. Thank you. And some of them, like Elizabeth, are just so beautiful, but there's such detail in it, it's hard to even see on the camera. But little transistors and crystals and everything else. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Wow, you're going to have a headache tomorrow, Gary. That's all I can say. Wow. Yeah, great headband. Beautiful, thank you. Ouch, this hurts. This just hurts. And King David, so to speak. Come on. This one you got to watch lightning strikes. It could hurt. Beautiful. Wow.
Whoa.
Headband on drugs. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. These are really creative. Thank you. Oh, it's 360 degree. Well, love it. Thank you. Yeah. Come on up. Oh, wow. The wording and everything. Developing the mind, effort, trying, thinking, mental time, developing mind. Okay, wow, that says it all. Literally, yeah. It's all your name badges from events that you've got. That's a headband. Yeah, that's good. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Wow. Thank you. Okay. Well, those are the headbands for today. You're going to be voting later, so make sure to pay particular attention to who's you really like. Linda and one other secret judge are going to be picking the 6 top finalists. So we're going to have fun today.
And then you all will be the judge,
The final judge. So it's not Linda's fault. Okay.
Thank God.
All right.
Too much.
Let's
Too
get
much.
into it. So last month was the last of the Emergent series.
Yes.
Wow. And it was actually done down in Santa Fe at the conference that we had down there, the 10-year anniversary. Let's take a look at Shout 11. Remember, this was done over 2 different channels down in Santa Fe.
Correct.
So let's see what we did. I am that I am, Adamus of Sovereign Domain. Thank you. Thank you. You could have had your realization 1 or 2, maybe 3 lifetimes ago, and you said, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do it at this incredible time on the planet, the time of machines, and I'm going to do it with a group of others. We're all individuals, but we're doing it kind of together. I'm going to do it so there is a recorded history on this planet, a history of going into realization, and that's what you're doing. What we're doing right here at this gathering is kind of wrapping up the last 10 years. For those of you who are here, for all of you who are going to be watching later on, for Shambra in general, we're wrapping up that. We're also going to be previewing what comes next. Right here, previewing what comes next. So, as a segue to that, without any further delay, I invite our first guest in. Greetings from here and beyond. I am Merlin. We come together now as the collective of Merlins because, as dear Saint Germain mentioned, you come into a time of your new era for Shambra, and it is the Merlin era, where you each become Merlins as well. You join with us in the collective of Merlins who have been before, but yet you are individual and sovereign. Each Merlin was responsible for being the storyteller. That's a great part of the responsibility of the Merlin, to tell the stories, to share the stories, whether you do it, whether they did it verbally, or whether you do it now with your media, to tell the stories. Merlin is a time traveler, not restricted by time nor space. Merlin is a shapeshifter. Remember your Pakawas? It wasn't just a game, it wasn't just a distraction. It was to say, now you have the ability to be that shapeshifter. Merlin is here to make sure that fantasy and imagination and magic continue to exist on the planet. You, my dear friends, are the new Merlins. You are the magicians. You are the magic. The shapeshifters, the time travelers. You're the ones who bring magic to energy. Merlin is going to be here in the next era of Shambra for the next 10 years at least, being the energy magicians. Magic simply means beyond the limited spectrum that most humans live in. That's it. Magic simply means that there is so much more than what most are possibly aware of, and it's right here. It takes no effort. It takes no work to be that Merlin. And that's what we're going to be doing, because, dear friends, you're going to realize that you're truly just energy. magical energy. Magical energy. First Merlin was birthed to make sure that no matter what came to this planet, there would always be the magic, meaning the beyond, meaning more than just the regular human life. That Merlin was birthed as a result of great suffering on this planet. Yeshua, suffering. The whole human journey so laden with suffering, burdened with deep, deep suffering. So we, as the Merlins from the past, come to you as the new Merlins who join us and say, let us now all go beyond suffering. Greetings from here and beyond. I am Merlin. In our sessions that we have ahead of us with Adamus, with all of the Merlins and the others who will join in, there'll be a keen focus on breaking through that suffering. And when you come to the front, when you're given the microphone, when you're at the table to let forth your own voice, if there is suffering in your energy, if you continue to carry suffering around with you, you will be called on it, because it has no place in where we are going. No more suffering in your life, period. The Merlin does not come in to rescue the human ever, but the Merlin is there to remind the human that they're not alone, that they are also the Merlin. They are also the I am. Do not call on the Merlin to do things for you. Rather, become the Merlin and then do it. Merlin's greatest companion is the dragon. The Merlin and the dragon feel it for a moment. They are true companions to each other and ultimately to you. The dragon has no energy. The dragon has no body. The dragon has no destination. The dragon is but one thing, and it is clarity. There comes a time now for you to have new vision. Instead of just the vision of your eyes, and sometimes the vision of your thoughts and imagination, it's time for you to have the vision of the dragon. With your dragon vision, you look past the facades and the agonies and the worries and the heartaches. You look past all of these things, even the things that you loathe about yourself. With the vision of the dragon, you will see beyond that, and you will come to see who you truly are. Let's take this moment now to accept and allow the dragon vision into your own eyes. We've talked so far about the human being the experiential part of the Trinity. There is the I am, which is pure consciousness. There is the Master Merlin, which is truly wisdom, and then there was the human with the experience. But as of this gathering at the end of the Emergence series, that changes. The human is now the energy, and the experience follows. Your role now as the human is to be the energy. This is monumental. Never has this taken place in human history. With that, we give you greetings from here and beyond. We are the Merlins. Well, what a way to end the Emergence series. And
You're a pretty good Chandler.
Thank you. I just open up and allow. That's
That
about
was
it.
such a nice channel. It honored all of us so much.
Yeah, it was
and
actually over 2 sessions,
I
the
know,
beginning and the end.
but it honored Shambra
Yeah.
for the
Let's-
journey.
We've got a lot to cover. Let's take
Okay,
a look at
okay.
upcoming events. We'll just kind of go through these quickly because
It's a summary because most of them are sold out, but there's always hope on that waiting list.
just a big reminder to everybody here, particularly in Colorado, there is, well, to everybody, but there is no Shoud in September. We take off once a year, so we generally do 11 Shouds. We're going to be in Norway getting ready for that great event up there. So if you come here to the studio or if you tune in online in September, so sorry. Yeah, take off that headband.
Don't.
And November, actually, in just a few weeks, we're going to be leaving for beautiful Bergen, Norway.
Yep.
And we're doing the master code. I have no idea what that means. We haven't done it yet. It's going to be a first. But I do know that Norway is beautiful. Norwegians are amazing. We've got really good hosts there with Inga and Mariana.
They just follow every detail. And there's something about that environment that, the Scandinavians and Europeans, I mean, there'll be people from 30 countries.
Yeah.
But the environment there is so conducive to focus.
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
Yeah,
Food's
yeah.
great. So
And, yeah,
after
determined.
that, we're heading off to Roost, Austria for a Threshold reunion. This is for people who have already gone through Threshold, and I think this is our 3rd reunion. And they're always fun. We never really know what to expect. That's September 13th through the 15th.
Oh,
This is
sold out.
Sold out, yeah. Roost is just south of Vienna, so an amazing place.
Roost is really comfortable because it's a very, very, it has that old European feel to
Yeah.
it. It's charming. It's
Very
wine
charming.
season,
Yeah,
and
that's,
and
yeah.
I just can't. No, it's cool. Like they come in right past the hotel on the road there because where they collect the grapes to make the wine is right across the street. It's so charming. It's beyond
They
words.
come in with the cartloads of the grapes and
Yeah, cart
Yeah.
after cart, and then you can ride your bicycle through the vineyards for hours.
so we're doing the channeling workshop
Guess what
there.
we're gonna be doing?
Yeah. That is sold out. So
Oh, damn
and
it.
we are planning to do more channeling workshops in Europe. Where we've had a tremendous requests from the Europeans. So
In Hawaii.
and Hawaii, yes. But I just wanted to let people know. November, we're going to be doing actually the Shoud from Hawaii.
Who
We're going to
knew?
start out with a blessing ceremony for the new Shambra or Amio Pavilion in Hawaii. It's coming along really nicely. I think in about 4 weeks it'll be pretty much done. So we're
all
having
details right now.
blessing with Kahu Kialoha. Make sure there's no negative energy. So what did Marianne Williamson say the other night? No dark forces or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that served it well.
Yeah. And just a reminder that in November we are doing the Shoud from Hawaii. We're going to be doing a full webcast, so it'll be online. If any of the people here in Colorado want to come and watch it at the studio, we'll make arrangements. We're already working on them with dear Carrie, who's going to coordinate for everybody who wants to be here to watch it on TV here at the studio. Yeah. So, it's just kind of a way to gather.
So you got a little
again.
work to do to organize that.
Yeah. Then we're doing the Energy Works workshop. Again, we haven't done it yet. I have no idea what it's going to be, but that is sold out.
It never matters. Adamus does what Adamus wants to do.
And then the Threshold in Japanese. I think we have 6 spaces left on that. We are doing it in English. We'll have Japanese
Hisako.
with Hasako, Japanese
She does
translation.
an excellent job.
Yeah, and that's November 18th through the 22nd.
We have the Whisper translation equipment there, so it's ideal for translation.
We've done another event with Japanese translation.
And
It
also
worked
Spanish.
out really, really well. Yeah.
In Spanish, too.
And after that, December online, we do the Sexual Energy School twice a year online. We're going to be doing it again on December 6th through 8th. Linda and I are here in the studio. We're hosting it, so it's not just like you watching videos on your own. And I always love that. We can really feel the energy from everybody watching in. SES is by far the most popular and probably the most core of any Crimson Circle
It's
class.
all about energies, relationships, and how to manage energy
Yeah.
is the simplest description for it. And it, to this day, always serves me well. I learned so much from it. And it is so impactful that that's the only prerequisite we have for any of our events, our live events.
And while we're doing it, Villy's going to be doing a live translation in Spanish.
Right.
And that's, again, in December. We only do it twice a year online.
Right.
After that, it's Christmas time. I can't even think of Christmas right now.
I
Oh,
know,
my God.
not there.
It just seems like, well,
Not quite
not
there.
quite. Following the December 14th shout, we are going to be doing the Crimson Circle Christmas celebration. We'll bring in food and have a nice dinner. And I can't even think about Christmas right now. But
We
the
feel
ads,
your pain.
They're going to start doing the advertising in about a month, pre-Christmas
Jeff,
sales.
they've already got the Halloween stuff in the stores.
I know, but Halloween's not that far away. Then we're into 2020.
You know what? Wait, nobody's saying this, and I'm so irritated.
What?
I think 2020 is it's such a master of the obvious thing. What do you think 2020 is? It's not just the year, it's vision.
Oh,
It's
right,
2020, perfect
Right.
vision, clarity.
Right.
So Adamus is going to focus on clarity this year.
Get it? Focus on clarity?
Yeah, get it.
Yeah, 2020. And it's also a 4 number, which is balance and everything. But, 30
cool.
30 years ago,
I like this better than 2000.
when I was 5 years old, I couldn't have imagined what it was going to be like to be in 2020. Yeah, I like this better than 2012.
Or 2000. Like,
2000.
who gives
I
a
think
crap?
this is cooler.
2020, clarity.
So to
Whoa.
kick off 2020, we're going to be doing ProNOS. It's turned into quite an annual event. ProNOS 2020. Again, we don't have the information from Adamus yet.
We
as
never do. It's too early.
Never do about the subject, but it's always provocative. Always really
How
quite
can
amazing.
you make the mistake of watching the news and not go, oh my God, what does that mean?
We're going to be doing it online and also live from the studio because the audience part, especially this last year, was really an important part of it.
Adamus is so cool because he offers perspective that's helps us, assists us in seeing beyond this what you see.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's in January. February, I don't know what. We're going to be back in Hawaii. Energy
poor
Works.
us.
Yeah, Linda
In
kind
the
of
middle of
arranged
winter,
it. But
when
that's
it's 20
sold
below
out, so
zero
I'm going to
here.
move on. Then we're doing a Korean Amyo retreat. That is sold out. First time we've done a Korean-only event. And then March, we're still going to be in Hawaii.
Oh, really?
We're going to be doing the March and April shouts from Hawaii. Peter is coming over and to do all the technical work, and the pavilion's going to be absolutely set up for doing this type of thing. But March and April, we're going to be doing the webcast from Hawaii.
Well, we have to be there for our dog.
Right. Also in March, we're going to be doing the Threshold, one of my favorite events. We still have 8 spaces open on that. That's in Kona, of course, Hawaii. And
It's very intimate. When you go to Threshold, you cannot hide. Everyone is invited to really be there and to really go within themselves. And Adamus really works specifically with everyone. It's the most intense thing I think he does.
so one of the few events that we still have spaces open for. So if you're thinking
People
of
are
going, make sure to act sooner than later because the flights to Hawaii get really busy in February, March, April. I must have something to do with winter. I don't know, but
Well, actually, the earlier you book the flights, the cheaper they are.
right.
And then for about like when you get closer in, they go up, and then right at the last minute they go down. But the further out you book a ticket, the more competitive the tickets
and even
are.
the housing
Everything.
is a better deal. So if you're thinking about going, now's a good time to book.
True.
In April, still at Villa Amio.
Really?
Yeah. We are going to be doing another Master's Code, and is this one in English?
Yes.
It is, and it's sold out. So
Oh.
yeah. And shortly after that, we're doing the Energy Works in Spanish. And actually, Dear Villy is coming over for that to do the translation. So that'll be a Spanish, but we're going to be speaking in English. So
When we when we do translation, we always speak in English.
we do.
We do.
We try.
But we always have a translator doing simultaneous translation, again, with the little headsets and the radio, transmitters.
And I forgot to put on here how many spaces left, but I think it's at least half sold out now.
Yeah.
At least. So that will be in Spanish.
Right.
Okay, wow. Well, that's it. That's all the events. And now we come to the time of Shambra News. Oh, and happy birthday. Yeah, Shambra News time. And this is a little different this month because we actually have we have a lot of activities going on. It is Adamus St. Germain's 310th birthday today.
310th.
Doesn't he look great for being 310 years old? Now, this on the left is a photo that's been going around the internet. I don't know if it's actually St. Germain, but people claim that it is. On the right is what we'd really like to think he looks like, because I don't like thinking he looks like George Washington with a smirk.
The one on the right looks like your crystal blue eyes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The one on the left, he looks a little bit too much like a politician or something, but I guess they all
he
look
looks like a player.
I guess they all look
looks like a
that.
player.
But anyway, 310th birthday today. And of course, true to St. Germain, he came in as a Leo.
Yeah, what else?
Yeah, I mean, he could have come in as a Virgo, but he came in as a Leo. Also, we're celebrating this month the 20 years of Crimson Circle. I mean, it's amazing. 20 years. I mean, who would have thought?
Can you believe it? It just whisked by.
And again, it's nothing Linda and I ever planned. It just happened with all of you. And one minute we were leading a nice normal life, and the next minute, I mean, but it just, over the years, I mean, we've really spent our time catching up, trying to keep up with it. It was never planned. We don't think in those terms. And here we are at 20 years. And in a way, it seems like a long 20 years. And another way, it just seemed like yesterday.
It does.
I mean,
It
yeah.
does.
So it's the 20th birthday. We had our humble beginnings back in a teepee, back in, I think it was Woodland Park, Colorado, down south of here. And we had been invited to speak with some group. We all sat, it was about 22 people. We all sat in a teepee. It was raining out, and they didn't know how to do the fire right. We were choking on the smoke and everything else. And it's when Tobias did the channel saying, "Your guides are leaving." And,
yeah.
Yeah, we weren't
And
very
what'd that
popular.
departure look like,
we
Jeff?
weren't very popular afterwards. We left quickly. But from there, we eventually came to this beautiful studio and Masters Club here in Colorado. I just love this place. I mean, it's like such a home energy here. And I can't imagine if we hadn't added the studio and then even the storage space. The club is so great just for our gatherings.
We did spend a lot of years at the Coal Creek Community Center.
We did.
And,
I should have put a
and
picture
a lot
of
of
that
people
in
made
there.
that beautiful truck.
Yeah. And a lot of people actually, when they come to visit here in Colorado, they go up to Coal Creek Canyon, kind of like, visiting the old home or whatever.
Right, the original.
Yeah. And now to the Villa Amio in Kona, Hawaii.
With a dog.
And we're just about finishing up with the pavilion. This shot was literally taken yesterday. They're doing a lot of the wood trim on the inside. And we were there recently. You stand there inside the pavilion, and to me, it's just a feeling of solid. I mean, it's just solid and firm and beautiful.
And tropical.
And it doesn't, you can't really see from the picture here, but it'll seat up to 40, 45 people easily. We're putting in a lot of the high-tech equipment so we can do webcasts and filming from there. It's just, it's beautiful. I love it.
It's hard not to like the Big Island there. Adamus actually is the one that really went on rants about it, because his whole observation was that because you consider how isolated the Hawaiian Islands are, and particularly the Big Island, because it's the population density is so minimal, that you're so away from the noise and the craziness of everyday life. There are no high rises on that island.
No.
It's just beautiful. And then because it's a mountain coming straight out of the water, no matter where you are, you look straight out onto this beautiful tropical greenery and then the ocean. And it's panoramic and it's beautiful. And the temperature varies very little from year round. And it has some of the best weather. I studied the weather patterns, and the hurricanes always go along the Hilo side or a little bit up on the north, and they actually don't go near us.
No, they don't. Actually, there's two hurricanes.
Yeah,
and
right
one
now.
is going south, one is going north. I don't even have to worry
It's so
about it.
cool. Yeah.
Anyway, it's been an amazing 20 years and work we've done. It's really been the best of times. Some of the most beautiful, amazing experiences with the very, very best people, Shaumbra. Linda and I are really spoiled because our world is basically Shaumbra, and we don't have to interface too much with others. So
actually, we've been caught when things happen that don't make too much, saying when we're away from Shaumbra, saying, we don't know how to deal with you to other people. I mean,
I can
we're just
barely get through Costco.
we're kind of losing it.
And,
Why can't you be cool like Shaumbra?
what an amazing journey. And we've really had what I consider to be the best entities. You know, the entities that have been coming to work with us over the years, they've all been in human form on the planet. They know what it's like to walk in our shoes, and they've offered amazing insights. So
Agreed.
We couldn't have done better, and we just couldn't have planned it any better. The whole thing,
It just happened. We've actually spent 20 years just trying to keep up with it, because every time we think we know, something new pops up,
Yeah,
or Adamus
absolutely.
throws something else out there.
Yeah. So happy 20th birthday to all of us, to Crimson Circle and to Shaumbra. An amazing, beautiful journey. Okay. Oh, in the news, Shaumbra Magazine, always great articles. Any information you want to know about what's going on, it's available online. And if you're not getting it, just go to, there's a button somewhere on the website where you can get it, subscribe to it. But the Shaumbra Magazine's been around for now maybe 17 years. And, you know, it's evolved from a little kind of a one-page thing into what we have now. And even though we've actually never gotten any awards, I still think we deserve a lot. We
You're
haven't
a
gotten
legend
any,
in your own mind.
we haven't gotten any because we don't submit to that kind of thing. We don't send it in for anything, nor do I want to. But it's beautiful, the Shaumbra Magazine, as is Shaumbra.
True.
Okay, 10 years with Adamus, the Santa Fe experience recently. The final videos are now out. The product's available in the store. And we're going to play a little recap of 10 years with Adamus. This is what you'll be able to order online. Yeshua came back to Jerusalem and spent the next 3 years teaching and loving and sharing and suffering, because so much of the human journey has been and still is about suffering. And then to culminate all the suffering, of course, his execution, crucifixion. It was kind of like almost an exclamation point on human suffering. Upon his death, as he transitioned to the other side, he and each and every one of you birthed Merlin. It wasn't in his lifetime, it was at the point of his death. He birthed Merlin. And so you could say each and every one of you had a part in that. He birthed Merlin to say, we must keep magic on this planet. I am Adamus. I come from Saint-Germain, but I am Adamus now with each and every one of you. Together we're going to explore new energy. It has a way of, I'm going to say, blowing your mind. You're going to find out that fact is no longer. Because you're seeing only one aspect or one potential of whatever it is, and there's so much more. No matter what happens, remember that you have every tool to handle it. Every tool. Problems related to physical health, also, in many cases, the mental health, relate to ancestral karma. Come to your senses about your own spiritual journey. There is no journey. Ha, joke's on you. Come to your senses. But the other side of all that is come to your senses, your sensuality. When you encounter that fear or the doubt or whatever it happens to be, go all the way through it. Don't stop. You are the life. Allow energy now to support your creations.
The struggle begins when I want to convince my doubting aspect to not have doubt. So everyone has his role and they can stay there. So the doubting aspect can doubt, and I don't care. The fear aspect can fear, and I don't care. And I'm not open for their advice anymore. So I just let them sit there. And who was the one who was really getting us to this point? It was 10 years with Adamus. And if we wouldn't have done this, Merlin wouldn't be there today here with us. And he was. So we made it.
And here you are on Angel's Peak, letting it all come back to you. From this perspective, you see the wisdom. You can see the point of that problem. You can see how that challenge expanded your awareness. You can really see the big picture. And as you allow that wisdom to come back, you light up. Your stories take flight. Your stories take on a life of their own in a way. You feel your wisdom. And you contribute to this incredible library.
This is to Adamus, and how the hell did you get back in that crystal thing? I don't know, but I'm going to be talking to him mostly today. If you're really that big of a deal up there, what is your official title? I mean, president? Presidents get elected, my friend. And you are the self-appointed muckety muck.
Have you noticed he invented everything? Are you thirsty? Because I invented thirst. I did. So you could be in touch with your body's hydration. I invented thirst, and then I invented water to quench the thirst. That was me. Yes, that was me. I did all of that.
We revere him quite a bit, but he's such a loving teacher, Shambra. He would never think Shambra was an idiot while they were answering a question. He'd wait until after they were done answering and then think they were an idiot. But allowing is allowing yourself in. This is why Adamus is so enlightened. He's completely full of himself.
Beyond space and time, we have a name for Adamus. Oh, man. Adamus, commanding the energies. He a pimp, baby. He a pimp. He's a pimp consciousness. We all know him as the pimp consciousness up there in the MC. All right, so here we are in Atlantis, laying down there like a little slave boy, very observant, very obedient slave boy. That's Adamus.
There's a lot of others who are channeling Saint-Germain, and maybe you want to distinguish yourself a bit. Maybe you want to update your name. And he thought about it for a moment, and a smile kind of passed his face and said, yes, I get your point here. I get your point. And he said, how about Lord Reginald Archibald Hollingsworth? I said under my breath, not thinking he could hear, I thought to myself, dumbass. But him being the ascended master could hear it even though there were no words, and he said, yes, I love it, Adamus, I love it. Yeah. Adamus sans l'amour. I got you, baby. Oh, did I get you? Go ahead.
Stepping out of the mind.
Yes.
Speak about it.
And I have to clean up after him.
Which one got him out of the mind? It's a big decision. It's a huge decision. An awakening isn't anything that's going to make you richer or younger or healthier or even happier. It's not going to do any of those. And then they're going to say, well, then why should I do it?
I just finally got to the point where I had no other choice. Like, I had several kind of crazy experiences in my life that were really mind-blowing, but I always managed to explain them away.
It's not necessarily a choice that you're making. It's a choice that you've made already on a very deep level.
And then they're going to say, but what do I get out of this? And probably that answer would be sovereignty. I am human. I am the energy. I am human. I am the energy. And there will come a day soon when we drop the word human. I am energy. I am the Merlin. I am that I am. But your role right now as the human facet, who can also at any time tap into, join with the Merlin, with the I am, your role now as the human is to be the energy. This is monumental. Never has this taken place in human history. Yeah, so that's the 10-year anniversary video. It's available now as a streaming cloud class, 9 sessions, $33. It's worth it just for the roast alone. I mean, the roast was so good. It was so crazy to even try to do it in the first place. I think first time in the history of the universe that they roasted an entity that they work with, but it was funny. It was really good. So that's available now as a cloud class.
Okay.
Great. And just to let you know that there are several segments in there that are already free of charge, like the 2 segments with Merlin are already the shout, and then the 10-year anniversary, the 10-year thing is also going to be available on YouTube, if not already. Okay.
That's why it's so reasonable. The $33 price was that's
Yeah.
to be reasonable.
So also to let you know that we've just finished filming Pronost 2019 update, whew, it was over the top. I don't know really a lot of words to say for it other than we're going to play a little recap right here. What you're here for right now on the planet is your embodied realization, period. When you break out, and it doesn't mean ripping the bars apart or anything like that, it suddenly means for you the door is open or you walk right through the bars. For them to see that it is possible has a profound impact on everything. And that's what you're doing right now. I'm not saying that the earth is a jail cell, but it kind of is. What's happened on the planet is people have really got stuck in their patterns, in their ways, in their hierarchies. They've lost, this planet really has lost the ability to dream. Humans are pretty lost right now. If you feel into the energy dynamics of the planet, they're also very mental. With all that mental activity, it's taken the creativity away from the planet. And then you've got this huge technology movement. And some of the biggest things in technology, of course, are artificial intelligence, tied in with things like robots. And if you take a look again at the energy dynamic of this is, it's really all about becoming the supermind. There are things that are coming about so quickly right now, implants into the brain, little chips in the brain that will eventually nearly replace the human brain. We're not talking about 50 years into the future. We're talking about in this next decade. The other dynamic that's happening on the planet right now is in all this technology and the mindfulness, the mentalness of the planet right now, people are really not making decisions anymore. Really not making decisions. I'm talking about life decisions. They've kind of gone numb on that because in order to make decisions, you need creativity. You've got this smartphone and you programmed it, or somebody else has programmed it to make your decisions. You get up in the morning, you look at it, it's already been programmed, it's programmed itself. It's smart enough to do that, to tell you what time to get up. And it programs you and it tells you what you're going to eat. Then it programs you and tells you when you're going to be at work. But hold it, let's stop right there. It's probably not going to be a lot of work. The smartphone will tell them what to watch on television, what to have for dinner, when to take a shower, maybe a few social things like who to call on their implant device in their brain, just by thinking about it. That's what it's coming down to. That little smartphone is controlling everything, but it's been asked to control it. It's not like a sinister force taking over. You've asked it to. You've asked it to do your work. You've asked it to monitor your life. You've asked it to take care of your finances. You've asked it to think for you. And when I say you, I'm talking to humanity in general. My take on it, nothing will be terribly bad, but nothing will be terribly good. Kind of boring, kind of colorless, kind of lifeless, and very vulnerable to being basically taken over by, computer intelligence. You're here on the planet right now, at this time of machines, coming to your embodied realization, so you can shine a potential for those humans who are choosing something different, to go to this place called New Earth. It's not somewhere way out there. It's not in a distant part of the galaxy. It's right here. And there are several ways to get there. One is through death. Or you can do it the way I did it, through embodied realization, through the dragon doorway. Not an easy doorway, but you could do it that way too. Die or dragon. It's up to you. That's the reason you're here on this planet at the time of the dragon, at the time of technology, to show the dream.
How is magic defined, and how will magic be outlawed?
Magic it can be defined in a lot of different ways, but it's the ability to command energy, to allow energy to work for you. How will it be outlawed? I knew that would get everybody's interest. As we go into this next decade, and there's more and more computer intelligence, and more data and information that can be very rapidly processed, the only things that are going to be allowed are those things that can be defined by the computers and the intelligence. So anything that does not fit into their definition of science and reality, anything that they cannot compute, will be considered, outlawed.
Will Shaumbra be able to easily traverse dimensions?
That's exactly what we're doing in the work ahead with us, is that ability to traverse, to be one or the other, or both simultaneously. And some will call that magic, and of course that's going to be outlawed, but the ability to be either one, or to be completely off the radar in your own sovereign domain where no computer, no earthly being, and actually no angelic being can even find you because you've chosen to go into your own. But absolutely, that's probably the most important thing of what lies ahead. This year, 2020, is monumental for Shaumbra, for us, for the planet, kind of, but mostly for Shaumbra. This is your passion. This is why you chose to come here. There's not a lot of you, and it doesn't take a lot. But this is why you chose to be here.
He is going so fast.
So Pronost, the update is going to be available on August 9th. To me, it wasn't just an extension of the Pronost 2019. It almost stands alone on its own. It was so chilling in a way, so overwhelming that after we filmed the first session the other day, the production crew that was here, Linda and myself, were just dumbfounded. And immediately we had all sorts of questions, so we said, well, for the next session, let's ask Adamus the questions, because he talks about things like...
he made so many statements, and then it's like, what? And
yeah,
then he just...
we talked about magic being outlawed. Now, I don't see it as literally on the books saying, you cannot perform magic, but what we do, not being in conformity, will be basically shunned or maybe outlawed in certain ways. But he made some statements in there that are chilling, we were all a little nauseous, but then in the second session, he came back and explained, and then you go, oh, okay, now I get it. But it was tremendous. It stands on its own. 2 sessions, $44. It's available August 9th in the Crimson Circle store. It was over the top.
Yeah, it was pretty
as
incredible,
a lot of things are these days
Absolutely.
with Adamus.
Well, ever since he started this thing in Santa Fe about where he's going again, he's just going, it's like he's got his foot on the gas and he's not letting up.
Yeah. We're going to take a break in just a moment, but want to say very special thanks to the Crimson Circle Angels,
Absolutely.
all the website hosts, all the translators all around the world, workshop hosts, the volunteers, and to Shaumbra in general. Happy birthday. We're going to be back in just about 30 minutes, 29 minutes, for the first series of the new series. All right, here we go. All right, thank you so much, and thank you everybody online.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday to each
Thank
and every
you
one
all.
of you. Thank you.
Oh, boy.